scanning and stuff like that. What I was about to say before the camera turned off.
Before Satan intervened.
Go back to that movie, Total Recall. Arnold Schwarzenegger was inside of a little facility. You got an eye scan to get in. So they finna actually push that.
Yep.
Push that agenda. You know. But I got an article.
Because, yeah, man, this is about control, man. Esau's going to try to control everything, man. You see?
Yeah, that had to be the lesson. The technique was like, they don't want to chip you stupid. If they would have been did it. And then he was like, you already got the chip in your phone, because that's a lot of camps' excuse. They already got the chip. No, it's for complete control. It's not really considered.
Yep, control, man.
That's exactly. That's the only thing that Esau can't control right now is the people. Everything else in the world is under control. Resources, governments, but the individual person is not under control.
And they want to have the authority with God.
This is about being the Most High.
Yeah.
This is about being the Most High. And Jacob get that understood. If the devil, Esau Edom, he wants to be the Most High. So what he's doing is he's saying with this whole charagma, he's saying that the children of Israel is mine. You see? That's what he's doing. The children of Israel is mine. Alright, that's in Brother Kahud on deck, Thessalonians.
Yeah, I got a little bit of this article.
Go ahead, yeah, go ahead.
Real quick, this from the
Use
article.
cold words and shit.
Con. Okay, moneymetals.com, and this is central bank DC unconstitutional. It says the latest Fed and monetary policy circles worldwide is
Yeah.
You say that.
okay. Con. The latest Fed and monetary policy circles worldwide is CBDC, central bank digital currency, the government created cryptocurrency exchange on a blockchain. Many fear that it will give governments complete control over individuals.
A blockchain is where all of the information goes to. Okay? It's a ledger, right? All the information goes to your everything, all of your transactions, all of your deposits, all of your it's a big ass receipt to every fucking thing. Okay?
Can't track cash.
Yeah, all transactions. Okay?
That's the same thing Aaron Russo said about John Rockefeller or David Rockefeller.
I forgot his name. David Rockefeller, yeah.
Yeah, that he said those like the ultimate goal of the elites is to have everything digitally tagged on that, the CF.
Yep. And what's crazy is that, well, that's how we know you sold out, man. All right, because the movies in the fucking 70s, 80s, and 90s was displaying the fourth industrial revolution with the CF, with the digital transactions. You ain't never seen no money in those old movies, man. In the 80s and 90s, you never seen paper dollars in those movies. You always see always have some futuristic shit going on, some technology going on. You know?
Predictive program.
It's all predictive programs, exactly.
We remember Back to the Future when was it the first or the second when they went to the future, and they had a system called credits. They used credits to pay for everything, and that was in 1985, and they projected that to be 2015.
Yep.
Now we're in 2023. We technically are paying with credits.
Yeah.
We pay. They had a card that they tapped, and we're doing the same thing.
Yep.
It says many fear that it will give governments complete control over individuals by allowing them to track and to even block individual transactions and to impose taxes at will.
Yeah, we know they're gonna do it because they did it to Kanye.
Yep.
When he opened his mouth about it.
Yep.
Yep. So we know those are pretenses. That we know exactly what they up to.
It says, in the United States, though money has a constitutional basis so firm that despite its name, the U.S. government CBDC would not be money or even currency. It could exist as one payment system among many, but without violating the U.S. Constitution, it could not be forced on Americans as a sole final means of payment.
But it will be. But it will be. See, they always kind of throw that in there because they may not believe in exactly what the elites is doing. know. But the elite's like, oh no, nigga, this is finna be permanent. Why you think the prophecy says cause it all? You see, because eventually it's gonna keep on going up levels. Now here it is. You have IUIC. They're speaking about it's like the end all be all is the CBDC. No, it's gonna go up another level. See, y'all not ready for the next step of this thing. We haven't even got to the full blown of the CBDC yet, but y'all just keeping it there. And we prophesying you're gonna take money out of our account. You don't want to do what Esau said, take money out of our account. But what about the people who don't have a bank account? What about the bums that don't have fucking bank accounts? Don't no bum on the street got a fucking bank account. What about the prisoners? It says cause them all free and bond. See, y'all not paying attention to the scriptures, man.
Read it real quick.
You see? Go ahead.
This Revelation 13, verse 15, it says, and he had power to give life unto the image of the beast.
Yeah, the image of the beast is this current, their laws, all right, their regulations, all right, and their entertainment, all right. You can add in democracy. It all goes back to, now who's the beast? What it goes back to the Roman Empire. Their laws, their language, their regulations, their rules, their judicial system. And what now the world calls it the New World Order. That's basically the image of the beast that goes back to Rome. Okay? If you're not down with this, with the laws of this place, you will be cut off. If you're not down with the lifestyle, go ahead.
It says that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast.
When you go into that word worship, it means, I forgot the Greek word, but it means to kiss the hand. Now, when you kiss the hand, you give an honor to it. Okay? Like when the presidents, the slaves, which is what president means, slave. When the queen come, what do? They kiss the hand, right? If you want to go into the word, you can go into it. Worship. It goes back to kissing the hand, meaning to giving reverence, giving honor to it. You see? Obeisance. Okay. So you obey it, right? That's the kissing of a hand. You're obeying it. Like kiss the ring. Okay, so that's you worshiping it. Prostrated.
Yeah, yeah.
When you worship, you're prostrated.
Bowing down.
You're bowing down to it. You're accepting it. You see? Go ahead.
I got the word here. This is in the Greek for worship. G4352. It says from the Greek proskuneo. It says proskuneo says to kiss the hand.
To kiss the hand.
To towards one in token of reverence. It says among the Orientals, especially the Persians, to fall upon the knees and touch the ground with the forehead as an expression of profound reverence.
You giving over to the image of the beast by accepting his system. But what I just read right there, it says, like a dog licking his master's hand. See?
It says in the New Testament, by kneeling or prostration to do homage to one or make obeisance.
So obeisance, that's the worship.
Yep.
Okay? So that goes back to what they had to do with the Roman Empire. So that's the same setup that's going to be set up here, man. Because it's them same devil spirits coming all the way back, and they set up their whole codes and their laws. Okay?
That's why Novus Ordo Seclorum, a new secular order written in Latin.
And it's in Latin.
And that's what the Roman Empire, that was their coin or national language was Latin.
It was Latin. Yep. So why would that be on a dollar, man? If it has no connection. Yep. You learn Latin. They taught us Roman numerals, but I don't think they do it now.
I don't think they do it now.
But back in the day, when with the school system, we had to learn Roman numerals, man. Well, the highest fashion of law, you gotta know Latin.
Medical.
Some of the laws, the posse comitatus, is Latin. Okay. So go ahead.
Yep. It says in verse 16, and he causeth all both small and great.
Both small and great, meaning the elites and the small people. Okay? The high people, well, the elites ain't getting corrupt. The high people in this world, they got status, and then to the very low garbage man.
From the CEOs.
Elon Musk, Jeff Bezos.
Yeah, yep, to the damn janitors. All right? Go ahead.
It says rich and poor.
Rich and poor, go ahead.
Free and bond.
Free and bond. So explain the bond part. So he won't bail jump. So we know exactly what he had. It's an article on that. Well, we'll not find it and probably go into it again. So explain the part, man. Because niggas in prison and in jail, they ain't got no fucking bank account. So what the hell they gonna do? So what about the people who's not teaching the truth? He said if you teach the truth, you go in that bank account and take it. What about the people that ain't teaching the truth? What about the people in prison? What about the people in jail? You don't have a fucking bank account or a goddamn credit card.
Well, the scripture says cause them all. So what about everybody around the world?
It doesn't make sense, but that horrible breakdown.
Rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand, their forehead.
I get it. Quick enough.
So we're going to the word mark. And the word mark in the Greek, G5480, is karagma. It says a stamp and imprinted mark. Of the mark stamped on the forehead or the right hand as the badge of the followers of the anti-Messiah. It says a mark branded upon horses. Ding carved. Sculpture. Graven work.
It's branding. It's printing.
It says of idolatrous images. So when you get the karagma, that's basically a seance or a ritual.
Yeah, because remember in Spartacus, it was basically a ritual.
Yeah.
When you made it inside the school, you would get the beef for the house of Badiatus, and you would get branded
As a slave.
It was a ritual as a slave. So this is the same thing, and they did that back in the Greek Empire with the Ivy League. Because what they had to do with the Ivy League, those that were slaves, they got them branded with the Ivy Leaf, and then they had to make them register. You see? The whole registration thing is the same form of the C-hip tracking. You know?
Real quick, this is in the root word karax, which is G4582. That's something like
Well, go ahead, you got it, but I'm getting Luke 19.
okay. I got Isaiah 36 as well. It says a pale or stake, a palisade or rampart.
Yeah, palisade is something that you it's like it's a sharp endpoint, a palisade, you know.
And where they build trenches.
It's a trench.
Oh, okay.
It's a trench. You put a trench about it, and then you lock them in, like a garrison.
Yep.
You know. You got it.
Yep. This is. Let me grab Isaiah 36 really quick. It's Isaiah chapter 36, verse 6. It says, "Lo, thou trustest in the staff of this broken reed on Egypt." Now, when you go into the Crocs, it said palisade or rampart or stake. Now, when you go into the word karagma, and you go into what an incision is, think about a needle. Think about a needle. A needle is something that breaks the skin, and a palisade. Now, the scripture talks about a reed. Now, when you look at what a syringe is known as a reed, and the Latin word for it is cannula. Now, the cannula is something that you can see on your everyday life. Like if you picked up a blade of grass and you tore it or you cut it, you can see that it's shaped like
replica of what it is.
Kind of. You can see like it's shaped like a needle, and that's exactly what they are shaped like.
If you ever went to the hospital and you had to draw blood That's what that is.
Yep.
It's a surgical procedure.
It says, wherein if a man lean, it will go into his hand and pierce it.
If a man lean, it will go to his hand and pierce it. What could that be?
I don't know.
You know, what could that be, man? He's talking about that see him. If a man lean, it'll go into your hand and it'll pierce it. That's what it's talking about.
It says, so is Pharaoh, king of Egypt, to all that trusted him.
And that's what this is about. Trusting in this establishment, trusting in the image of the beast, bowing down to the image of the beast when that time comes. Okay? And you're gonna have to make your allegiance with the image of the beast by getting its mark. You're gonna have to make that allegiance with the New World Order by saying, all right, I'm gonna basically, yeah, I'll be your slave. You see?
It says, ran as a means of marking ownership or quality of property.
That's it.
So that's the ultimate. That's the end game.
Yep, that's the end game.
Basically, you owned by Esau. You owned by the.
That's it.
Saying that Esau is your God.
That's it. Get Thessalonians. You know what I'm talking about? 2. Yeah, 2. Real quick, this is Luke 19 and 44. And shall, excuse me, no. Yeah. Because when Yahushua spoke of this, it was talking about 70 AD. But we're bringing it back and we're going to speed it up into today's era of our 70 AD will be in the form of Jacob's trouble, where they're going to cast a trench about the same way they did for Sodom. And when that trench this go around, and you get second as the 16th chapter, there's going to be that implant. So it says, for the day shall come, this is Luke 19:44. For the day shall come upon thee that thine enemies shall cast a trench about thee, and could pass thee round and keep thee in on every side. Now the first layer of this is talking about 70 AD when Vespasian and Titus, okay, father and son. Domitian came a little bit later, and that's who your enemies, Esau, shall cast a trench about thee. Now when you go into the word trench, you got it?
It's trench, right? It's saying karax.
So that karax is the root word for karagma. Okay? So it's telling you that your enemy is gonna cast a karax upon you. And what does a karax mean?
Karax means a pale or a stake.
Same thing.
Or pelicide.
Pelicide, yep. When you stick in a post. So it's the same thing. You're gonna get pricked. You know? You're gonna get poked up. Go ahead.
All right, just
want it?
Yeah, pales between which earth, stones, trees, and timbers are heaped and packed together. Now I'm going to Strong's definition. Karax, right? It says to sharpen to a point. An idea of scratching a stake, by implication a palisade or rampart, military mound for circumvallation in a siege.
Yeah.
Trench.
Yep. When they circle them about and lock them in, that's the same form that's gonna come in. And when Esau come down with great wrath, man. So we know what it is, man. Like the bullshit that y'all got going on at IUIC. Hey, man, that's gonna get broken up, man. You see, there's too much evidence on what this thing is, man.
Y'all
All right?
coming out with prophecy, man.
You got Esau even speaking about what this thing is, man. You know? So you guys are looking bad, man. And it's a lot of in-house fighting going on in that thing, too. A lot of guys probably leaving out. They probably, behind closed doors, you got men leaving. You know, because of that bullshit. You know? So if they leaving, what they supposed to do? They better go out there and teach. They better go out there and warn the people. You see? So that's another thing with Jake leaving the camps. Niggas don't do nothing but make crybaby videos and then they denounce the truth. You know? But that's another topic for another time. Yeah, get that dust along. No. Yeah, get that second entrance. Because Jake from IUIC, he kind of butchered it. He didn't bring that strips into life, man. You know, you gotta bring the strips into life.
It's 2nd Ezra chapter 16, and I'm going to start at verse 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you."
Yeah, that burning wrath of a great multitude is talking about the troops, man. All right, I forgot the name of the lady, and we watched it years ago, but because of the apostles, the lady who was speaking about on how they're gonna have all these military uniforms on the source of America. Y'all remember that lesson? Y'all remember that Apostle Ricard just made mention like 3 times within the last 2 months. I still don't remember what the name is. But I had watched the documentary of it, and she was going in on how all these different coats of military forms is gonna be here in the souls of America, man. All right?
They made a movie
The
about
stormtroopers.
that. Red Dawn.
Red Dawn, right?
Patrick Swayze.
You see? So that multitude kindled over you is talking about these troops that's about to come. Go ahead.
"And they shall take away certain of you,
Uh-huh.
and feed you,
Uh-huh.
being idle,
Uh-huh.
with things offered unto idols."
That's talking about the sea hill. Because when martial law happens, now just like now they have reports on it, all right, articles on it. Some people have made mention of it, like during Katrina.
Yeah.
When it was bad in Katrina, they was shipping people off to those domes, FEMA camps. You see, and what was they doing in those FEMA camps? Some people was getting sea hipped. That's what people were saying. Okay, for what? To track, to make sure they know where everybody is at. So that same thing is gonna happen. Another event, a stage event, or it can be by the Most High. Even though all things is created for by the Most High. But Esau can do one of his order ab KO, order through chaos situation. Yep. He can do another order ab KO. Or what is called is a now the precept says this, right? In Psalms. It says the insurrection, let's say the workers of iniquity. What's it about? That's in Psalm 64. Psalm 6 is Psalm 64.
Come on, Psalm 64 too high.
Yeah.
I got it.
You got it? Go ahead.
It's Psalm chapter.
Yeah, the Illuminati strips.
This is Psalm chapter 64, verse 1. It says, "Hear me, O voice, so I can hear my voice, O power,
Right.
in my prayer. Preserve my life from fear of the enemy.
Esau. Go ahead.
Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked."
See, this is a secret council, what y'all call conspiracies. This is a secret council. All right, they have high-class warlocks and witches setting up certain Michael 2. Somebody hold that on deck. Making these different plans to play out on Earth. Stage events, you know, so they can go along with a certain agenda. Go ahead.
They have the global government 2025, where they have these things called scenarios,
Right.
and where they basically generate these scenarios, which you were talking about the polycrisis.
Yeah.
They generate these scenarios and the crises, and in the agenda it tells you that they have not one crisis will not reshape the world.
Right.
Many crises
Mike,
has
yes,
to
yes.
reshape the world.
Yep.
You know, and they talked about that in the World Economic Forum with Carl Schwab and Yuval Harari, you know, and that's what they've been pushing for: create a new world through these multiple crises or these different scenarios.
It's called a machine state. And what they do is they set up the bagman. The bagman is presidents who's been trained to go about the rules and regulations to enforce it by the way of law. That goes back to the Roman Empire. They set up the Caesars, all right, and the Caesars make the rules for the people. Why they have you in breaded circuses? Why you worshiping funky ass Christmas and Easter, all right? Or you paying attention to Game 7, you know, the World Cup, the World Olympics. This all wrong. Them damn Bati boys be in the back writing laws, man. That's the insurrection of the workers of iniquity.
That's an unrighteous decree.
That's why it's an unrighteous decrees.
Those words are set against you.
In a curse. Or two.
Somebody look it up. Insurrection meaning the rising, right? Fine insurrection. Insurrection, a violent uprising against an authority or government. Rebellion, revolt, uprising, revolution. Well, Esau is doing that on the left-hand side. He's causing an uprising against the people. That's what he's doing. He's causing an uprising against the people. And he's doing it through his order abkeo. Or in other words, oppression from below, oppression from above, oppression from below. Say it again? Hegelian dialectic. This is which ultimately goes back to sorcery, man. This is that old serpent doing this thing. Got it?
Yep, it says, who wet their tongue like a sword.
Who wet their tongue like a sword, man. So the things that they're speaking out of their mouth, it's piercing. Go ahead.
It says, and bend their bows to shoot arrows.
Right? Which is their laws, their regulations, their rules, their codes, draconian law measures. Go ahead.
Even bitter words.
Yep.
That they may shoot in secret at the perfect.
See, this is a secret shot at the Israelites, man. Who's the perfect? The Israelites, man. When it says Jacob, plain man dweller in tents, the word plain goes back to thumb in the Hebrew, which means perfect, morally innocent. So they get shooting secret at the perfect, which is the Israelites, the black Latinos and Native Americans, Jacob.
It says, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not.
And they don't fear.
They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily.
Yeah. So the snare, the CBDC is a snare. The fourth industrial revolution is a snare. You see? The cashless society is a snare. See? Jekyll Island was a snare for the future.
Right. Bretton Woods.
Bretton Woods. That was a snare for the future. Okay? To maintain world dominance. Like my man Alex Jones say, the globalists. You know? Got the whole world in his hands. The whole world.
Oh.
The whole circle world.
Both hemispheres.
Go ahead.
It says, they commune of laying snares privily.
Spent a one the third time.
They say,
Take up.
Sharp
we
speed.
gonna take over.
Go ahead.
So they had that. Who shall see them? It's like if they say, who shall see them? They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. Both the inward thought of every one of them.
Break it down.
Verse 5 it says, they encourage themselves in an evil matter.
Yeah, because their agenda is to get rid of you. Scripture talk about Psalms, the 83rd chapter. Is they're trying to blot out the name of Israel out of out of this earth forever. So they encourage themselves in the evil matter, in which they even though they jump with this humanitarian effort, we want to save the world.
It's not in the back.
It's in the back seat.
It's in the back seat.
It's behind the headrest. It says they commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? And that's what they do when they have these meetings, these summits, you know, these so-called conspiracies. Because what they do is they have them in rural locations, dark locations, secret locations.
Well, they got another. It's gonna happen in another 2 months. What's it called?
The G8?
Nope. what Nixon say? The most goddamn faggoty thing I've ever seen in my life.
Oh, yeah.
Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian, yeah.
Nixon said that?
Yeah.
Well, that's why he got his ass out of marijuana.
There's privilege, and that's when they come up with most of the laws and ideas that they put into practice.
Yeah, at the Bohemian Grove.
When they do those rituals. It says they search out iniquities, they accomplish a diligent search. It says both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. So it get deep. You know, they have it's deeply rooted in their DNA to be iniquitous. You know, and to be evil. But the thing is that they're searching out iniquities so that they are able to corrupt the Israelites now. That's the whole point of this. To corrupt Israel into how do you say to corrupt Israel and to be worshipped, us to worship him as the Most High.
Well, I got a precept. So what you just said.
Okay.
Hold on. You persistent undermine the simple mind. Because they're gonna try to get the confliction to manipulate Jacob to accepting this thing and take it as seeing. You see? Because everything is gonna get pressured, you know, and then it's gonna be a fad too. Now I remember years ago the Apostles, the End of the World series. And it's gonna be Jake is gonna be promoting this thing. Commercials and so on and so forth, and that's exactly what they did with the vodka. That's exactly what they did with the circus piece. You know, vax that ass up. Don't make no damn sense. That nigga made that shit. Vax that ass up. You know? So guess what they're gonna be doing now? They're gonna be doing whatever, however they gonna come with it. With the C hip, man. Jay-Z gonna be involved with it. They gonna get the top niggas for this.
Oh yeah, you know the tabloids and the Rossi gonna be writing all types of
Basketball
articles.
players.
Yeah.
You know, Stephen A. Smith. You gonna get that goofy nigga. They gonna get Charlamagne the God, the DJ Gay Envy. You know, they gonna be getting all them dudes, and especially Jake. They gonna be getting Jake to promote this, man.
It ain't like, forget all those conspiracy theories.
Yeah.
Like they did with the lot.
Yep. Well, yeah, it is a conspiracy theory. It is a conspiracy. It's a breathing together. The secret council of the witch. Yep, secrecy. Go ahead.
So in verse 7 it says, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves.
That's it. And because you're having certain whistleblowers put videos out, having certain other Edomites, that's still the same thing. You got Edomites that's not down with it, these truckers, they're not down with it, so they're starting to make podcasts and channels exposing the wicked elite. Like Alex Jones, WikiLeaks, that was a huge thing. That was their tongue falling upon themselves. So what we've been going over is that this is the warning. At the end of the day, this is the warning. Okay? This is the warning to the Black, Latinos, and Native Americans to come back to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai. You see? Get the name right. Do your due diligence to make your call and let you sure. If you are in a lot of a prophet, go out there on the highways. If you're a helper, do the best of your charity work. If you're a woman, do your ministry to the brotherhood, to your husband, so you can get delivered. And while everybody else is gonna die. Right? It's just that simple. Acts 3:23. Acts 3:23 says if you don't hear the word come out for that prophet, you'll surely die.
It says, all that see them shall flee away.
Yep. All them that see these shall flee away, man. You know, because the system is going, you know, Esau has created this system to go down, and you got a lot of other nations and things like that is fleeing away from this place. You know? Yes, got something else?
Yep. Micah chapter 2:1. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. So yeah, no. So it says woe or destruction to those that devise iniquity. Esau is the one that's devising and bringing these devices to pass. Right? He's the one that come together. I think like we was talking about the the councils that they had. That they come in secrecy. All right.
Yeah, Council of Foreign Relations. They have councils that they're making their agendas on the four corners of the earth. Bilderbergs, you know, the Knights Templar. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 59:2. It said, deliver me from the workers of iniquity. Save me from bloody men. For lo, they lie in wait for my soul. The body are gathered against me. Not for my transgression, nor for my sin. Oh Yahweh. Because King David, he prayed be delivered from bloody men. And it's the same thing we praying to Yahweh Shai, get delivered from bloody men. Who's the bloody men? Of today, right now, Esau. Alright, these are weeds. Okay?
Scripture say, since God got hit, bless some people. I gotta put this up. This is Proverbs 4:16. For they sleep not, except they have done mischief.
So they what it say in Wisdom Solomon 5 that they how it go that they wander through deserts to basically bring forth wickedness.
It says, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall.
Right, so their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. So their whole agenda is based on corrupting people, corrupting minds, corrupting people's souls, and spirits, and ultimately that's what that's what the whole sea is about. It's branding you and making you his. Now, if they can't corrupt you, they lose sleep. Imagine that. Imagine losing sleep over trying to wake people up, trying to get people to understand it. But on the left hand side, imagine somebody that's trying to exert wickedness so that some can fall into their whole scheme. And that's what this is all about. And that's why you come out here on the highways and byways. This is a sense of declaration, declaring our stance on this devil's world.
Yeah. Proverbs 4:17, it says, for they eat the bread of wickedness, and they drink the wine of violence.
Yep, so they say eat the bread of wickedness and drink the wine of violence. So they're all about that, That's what they consume. That's what who they are.
They eat, drink,
Sleep with it. You got it.
So this real quick is what the brother was speaking on. Wisdom Solomon 5:6 says, therefore have we erred from the way of truth, and the light of righteousness hath not shined unto us, and the sun of righteousness rose not upon us. We wearied ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction.
Yeah, so they wearied themselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Okay? What? So-called wickedness. So,
Yea, we have gone through deserts, where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Lord, we have not known it.
right, so they have gone through deserts, essentially meaning that they have traveled far and beyond, wearied themselves in doing so. But they never had the knowledge of they have the knowledge of wisdom. And that's why this NWO is going to fail. We all know it's going to fail because it's just sitting around wickedness. It's just sitting around the center. You got it.
It says, what hath pride profited us, or what good hath riches with our vaunting brought us?
Absolutely nothing but death.
Right.
All right? And destruction. Sword destruction.
They got a song like that, like, what is good for?
Absolutely.
Isaiah 47:12. It says, stand now in thine enchantments, and in the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth. Speaking
Yeah,
about
first. That's good.
I'll read it.
Kind of slight.
Isaiah 47:12. Stand now in thine enchantments, in the multitude of thy sorceries, wherein thou hast labored from thy youth.
Right. So good. It says labored in their youth. Okay. And when you deal with that, they've always done in the left hand on the left hand side. They always dealt with magic. They always dealt with sorcery and witchcraft. Okay, and they wearied themselves in this way.
Well, the British.
Yeah,
They came over here, 13 colonies.
They was heavy into
They were the British was heavy into witchcraft and sorcery and masonry.
Yep.
That's what the 13 colonies established out there. Back to the South America. So they established from their youth.
Yeah.
Their 1776 agenda is a long agenda of now.
That's all. It was all set up as witchcraft. It was all set up. Because 1776 is what's supposed to. It's supposed to be.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
Established their power military. May Day.
Yeah.
May Day is a witch, it's a sorcery.
They want to know the early Chinese.
Because the Chinese, they was ruled. Now when they say ruled by magi's, but they don't.
They were. So we imagine.
Isaiah 47:12. Stand now in thine enchantments, multitude of thy sorceries, where thou hast labored from thy youth. If so, thou shalt be able to profit, if so, thou mayest prevail.
Right, if so, thou mayest, but you're not, okay? You're not going to prevail, right? Because what? It says the knowledge of wickedness is what? It says the knowledge is
Because the Lord is saying like stand on it.
yeah.
Keep that same image. Verse 13 it says, thou art wearied in the multitude of thy counsels. But just read that Psalm 64 chapter, speaking about how the secret counsel of the wicked. They wearied in the multitude of their counsels, but they have a multitude of counsels all the time. They got one coming up.
This is really quick. Sirach chapter 19, verse 22. It says the knowledge of wickedness is not wisdom. Neither at any time the counsel of sinners prudence. So they're not wise in their counsels. They're not prudent. All they're doing is setting themselves up for destruction, a sword destruction.
Isaiah 47:13. Thou art weary in the multitude of thy counsels. Let now the astrologers and stargazers and monthly prognosticators stand up and save thee from these things that shall come upon thee.
So the Lord brings calamity upon this place. No, stand with your witchcraft. Don't fight me with your witchcraft.
You chose, it's like, you choose your weapon, and the Lord, yeah, you chose that weapon. No, you chose it. And I gave you to ample time to practice that. You've been practicing it. That's what you've been doing. So use it when the time comes.
You'll see how useless it is.
Verse 14 it
Yeah,
says,
use it on the whole world. So use it on me.
verse 14 says, behold, they shall be as stubble. The fire shall burn them up, shall burn them. They shall not deliver themselves from the power of the flame.
That's going to be the ultimate destruction. The sword, it says a sword destruction. That's why when you look up Esau in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary, it says he is the prominent figure in future judgment. And that future judgment is going to be a devastating, dreadful judgment.
So he said, the only one that was promised no mercy.
Yeah, one with a judgment that's meet for your carbon footprint.
There shall not be a coal to warm at, nor a fire to sit before it.
That's right. So you ain't gonna find no comfort, basically.
Thus shall it be unto thee with whom thou hast labored, even the merchants from thy youth.
Yeah. So countries that tight, close knit, it's going the same is going to be with them, and that's going to be the Amalekites who are holding the land of Israel hostage from us.
They shall wander every one to his quarter. None shall say,
That's it.
This Nahum chapter 3, verse 4 says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft,
Which is America. Because when you look at the media, it shows you how much witchcraft is pushed on a daily basis.
Yeah. To get somebody to get a nation of people to act the same, speak the same, walk the same, talk the same. When a nigga look at when a camera get put to a motherfucker's face, niggas automatically go to the gang sign, bitches go to the duck lips, go to the peace sign and shit. That's witchcraft. See, from the TV screen, that's a medium. So it's a transfer where they put what they want you to be like, or thug and you know, black exploitation, Nino Brown, New Jack City. So when they see those images on the TV screen over and over, you begin to mimic it because the subconscious puts things that you view in your, whatever you view, it goes to your subconscious. It's just like, that's why we know songs. We don't even know, we know damn near 1,000 songs. Let a song come on and 300 a long time. You be able to say it word for word. So what about when you mimic certain actions and walks and talking, period, on phone them, you know, different lingos get transferred, but that's all through the medium. That's the form of witchcraft.
And it's mentally, it's mentally, it's like you can be embedded in your brain.
Yeah, it's a vain, repetitious thing.
they call it rhythmic hypnotization.
Right.
Because one thing that we used to learn in school is that when you study play music, it's easy to remember things.
Yep.
So what they do is they put the message that they want or the way that they want people to act in the music video. And that's why these people act the way they are, because they remember the songs and they watch the music video and then they act it out
Maybe in the
without
middle
thinking
of the
about
street,
it.
yeah, in the middle of the street, you know, gyrating and their rumps.
Sound like possible.
I didn't want to say too
But,
much.
Shine
Violent.
fire rate.
Biggest vivacious.
But no, that's the sorcery, man. So how much more when they start pushing that charagma? See, when they put that charagma on the TV more and more and more and more, and they're gonna speak about how well it is, how good it is for you to get. See, and then people go, you know, it maybe ain't a bad idea, you know, because like the Black Vic said, see, walking with the remember the see, just like that. Now remember the dumbass Pokemon Go shit. Motherfuckers was so hypnotized in the damn Pokemon Go, niggas was falling off buildings, falling into lakes and shit. It's stupid. Hypnotized. That's the hypnotism. Yeah.
All in front of the CEO's thing, shut down the face. He said that shit on our face
Run into a missile.
Grown ass idiots. Grown ass people playing Pokemon Go. Niggas fall into oceans and shit. Ponds. Get hit by cars.
Fuck around and get blown up.
Niggas getting killed.
Yeah, niggas getting hit by trains. They trying to catch Pokemon on train tracks.
Niggas getting charred for a
Looking
Charizard.
For, looking for
Pikachu.
Yeah,
Right.
looking for a Pikachu.
Right.
Throwing Pokeballs and shit.
Fucking idiots.
That's the metaverse.
That was the metaverse. That was the beginning. That was a peak of the metaverse.
Oh man, they get an experiment on you niggas. Man.
Augmented reality is what they call it.
That's an experiment.
Yeah. But that's what the world has come to. Oh, I got a person.
So they gonna imitate when they see people get to see him.
Yeah.
You see, your favorite basketball player, here it is, you 13 years old, your favorite basketball player get it, oh yeah, I'm with that. You know? Or your favorite actor, you know? Your favorite artist.
Your favorite artist and your favorite basketball player gonna get burnt the fuck up.
It ain't just like what they did with, it's called propaganda. It's just like they did with 9/11. Niggas wanted to go to war.
Yep.
Because they put it so much in the media, on the TV. They said, we're at war. And you feeling like you had to do something about it.
Same way with Jake back in the '60s. Well, what's that? What year was that?
Vietnam War, the Vietnam War.
Yep.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Franklin Roosevelt, he did that to America during World War II, and that's why when he before Pearl Harbor even happened, he put that in all the newspapers about the war. So when Pearl Harbor happened, they were ready to sign up and go to war, and they got that from the Tavistock Institute of Human Relations. That was something that was created by Walter Lippmann. Yeah,
Team is smart.
That was
them the warlocks.
Yes. That was something created by Walter Lippmann and his cousin Sigmund Freud, the renowned psychologist. So it's meant to casually attack your psyche or your mind.
Remember we took psychology in that class, and they was going into that, the study of the brain.
Walter Lippmann made a book called Public Opinion, where they go into how to sway society's norms through scientific journals and so on and so forth.
Yep.
And they would do subtle things that would change. And they were talking about what is that? Manifesto, something manifesto, Communist Manifesto.
Yep.
It was talking about all type of stuff that how they engineer society.
So it says the mistress of witchcraft.
Yes, on 20%.
That's the spirit. I was just about to ask.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
This is back in Daniel 3 and 4. It says, because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcraft, that selleth nations through her whoredoms and families through her witchcraft.
Get you to go along, but it's called democracy.
Check it.
You see?
To see if it's
It's
I'm
called
saying to see if
democracy.
it's-
Now the
see if
whole
it's
world has their women out of control. You see? Muslim women is out of control. You know? Yeah, they got the little hair wrap on, but she got her titties out.
Right.
Yeah.
What?
She got a podcast trying to teach women how to be better. That's all.
Good. Or
That's right. I've been signed up for that shit.
And she had like 2, 3, 4, 5 rides. She gonna face the east and pray to Allah.
Performing Fatiha.
Right. She got Bismillah that night. Read, Jack.
Go ahead.
It says, behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will show the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdoms thy shame.
Yeah, so everything can be revealed. You know, your nakedness, meaning your secret places, to be revealed.
I got precinct.
Which a woman, you see, a woman is not supposed to reveal herself to the world. Well, that's what America has done that part. She got her thing out all over the world now. Her goodies is showing. Her secrets is showing. And that's only by the way the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Bashim now shut. Because this is the time of the revealment of this devil. That's Second Thessalonians. Go ahead. Oh, what we got?
You gotta go ahead.
It says, 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7, it says, for the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he will now let it go let.
Yeah, you see the witness is out of the earth. It's the so-called white man. Now you know.
It says, until he be taken out of the way.
Yeah, so the Lord gave the wicked an opportunity to rule. He gave Esau, Isaac, Yahweh Shai, he didn't have to let him hear. He told him that he was going to move the sword. So he blessed him with that.
Yeah.
To take peace from the earth.
Yeah. So Isaac told Esau that he was going to get the fatness.
That's fatness of the earth.
Fatness of the earth.
So we know who will Esau was. See? Don't get me wrong. What's up with that? Isaac gave his son the fatness of the earth. He gave him the blessing of fatness of the earth. So explain that. Then he gave him everything.
Over the abundance.
Riches. Yep. Go ahead.
Verse 8, it says, and then shall that wicked be revealed.
See, now the devil of the earth, he's being revealed. Okay? Because now we can pinpoint who got the fatness of the earth. We can pinpoint who's taking a piece from the poor. You know? We'll pinpoint, you know, who's been what does it say in the beginning?
It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed.
Who? No. The iniquity. The mystery of iniquity.
Yep.
You see? Because iniquity is sin laden upon sin. So who's putting sin upon sin upon sin upon sin? This is America. Esau, the so-called white man. Everything is sinful here. You look on TV, everybody talking about going against Yahweh Shemel Shai. You see? Crucifying him. He wasn't crucified in Egypt. He was crucified in Jerusalem. So what the fuck is Egypt talking about? He's talking about here. He's crucified here. You know? Sin upon sin, sin upon sin. Everywhere you go, a woman is talking about committing adultery. I just seen it today on Instagram. The bitch said, always keep your side nigga on the side. Just in case your baby daddy or your husband fuck up. Always keep your side nigga. And I go to the comments like a dumbass, like I always do, and get pissed off.
Right.
Because all the bitches saying, yep, I got my side nigga. I got my side nigga.
And it's all Jake.
All stupid ass Israelite women. That's the sin. Fuck the other nation women. Jake is the one that transgressed the laws of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. That what makes you sin.
Can I say something real quick? I seen some shit on the book too. About when Jake was sleeping with his son, girlfriend.
You ain't supposed to sleep with your father's woman, or the father ain't supposed to sleep with the son's woman, man. Right. That's sin.
You discovered the nakedness.
You discover her fucking nakedness, man. That's what Reuben got fucked up for doing that shit. Then you got the effeminate men walking around here, and they put them all over the goddamn world, all over goddamn TV, social media, movies, series.
Like a goddamn play.
It's like the goddamn Power Book too. Goddamn nigga Drew, every goddamn scene this nigga's getting bent over.
Right. Ain't seen a heterosexual scene yet.
That's why we don't.
I swear.
God damn.
Empire.
But that's the mystery of iniquity, because he's the one that's promoting the sin upon sin. And he put it in your face. He gets you programmed and geared to doing it. These women ain't technically, you know,
Sound.
gay.
Yeah.
You know, whatever.
Yeah,
They just experimenting and just doing it just to fucking do it.
Fake it.
They just doing it.
And then the songs they come out with too, man. What's that bitch name?
All of them.
Right.
All of them. Ain't no bitch that is in the industry is making wholesome music.
Right.
No, they making
Wholesome.
Wholesome music. You know? You ain't got no
Lights.
say
Lauren Hill, you know?
Lights and the loves.
Lauren Hills, you know? Where the music should be brought up. You know? Bitch. Go ahead, I'll let you go in the end time. Where we at on time?
61 minutes. Like an hour.
It's back in 2 Thessalonians 2 and 7. It says,
this part two.
That's the part. That's the part. Hour and 30.
it It's back in 2 Thessalonians 2:7. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until he be taken out of the way."
Yeah, see, the Lord said that he has a boundary he cannot pass, man. So the Lord has set the devil up just for a certain period of time. Because remember, Yahweh Shai told the disciples in Matthew 24th chapter, where they asked him when will be the end of an age. You see, so the Lord gave a breakdown on when the world was going to end. When you get to verse 14, he said the gospel will get preached all over the world. Right? So that's how we know we coming up into the end of the world. The end of an age. You see? So he who now let him will let until he be taken out of the way. It's up to the Lord to give him that final okay. This how we know we in the beast. This how we know we in the beast, the Roman Empire all over again. The last leg. You go into Daniel. You go into the well, yeah, I'm talking about the Daniel the 7th chapter. When you go into the Roman Empire, right? When you go into the Roman Empire, after that is the judgment. When you go to verse 9. All right, after the Roman Empire, which is the 4th. All right, we revived Roman Empire. The beast got healed, but guess what? That was the end all. Get Daniel 7. It's 7 to 7. Because when you go into this, it goes into the Roman Empire. All right? And the same thing that the Roman Empire did, this is what America's doing. Go ahead, read Daniel the 7th chapter, 7 verse.
This is Daniel chapter 7, verse 7. It says, "And after this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly."
Yep, dreadful and terrible and strong exceedingly. He's talking about the Roman Empire. Any scholar will tell you that this fourth beast is the Roman Empire. Any scholar will tell you this. Okay?
It says, and it had great iron teeth.
Yeah. Great teeth. Because that strong is metal. And they use their swords, their spears, everything with iron.
Teeth is for devour.
Devouring. It was their military might. And they had iron everything. Iron shields, iron swords. The Iron Age. So this is talking about the Roman Empire. Any scholar tell you, if you can go, you don't have a, what you call it?
Oh, you want to go to the commentary?
Well, who has a study Bible? You got a study Bible? Go in your study Bible. Oh, you got the one I got, right? Okay, go into it. Now, I bet you it's going to say the Roman Empire. Let's just see. Or you go to the commentary. Let's see what they say it is. But this will be more quickly. Daniel 7:7. Let's see what beast, the fourth beast was talking about. Hold on, they got the bees, they got the leopard, they got Alexander the Great. Oh, there they go right there. Yeah, it says the fourth beast is not given a name and therefore must have had the character of an unknown hiatus monster. It foreshadows the Roman Empire. Woo! Okay, this is talking about the Roman Empire. That's it. Go ahead.
Daniel 7 and 7 again, it says, "After this I saw in the night visions, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly."
Yep, dreadful, terrible, strong exceedingly. Because what happens is, from the Babylonians, the Medo-Persians, the Greeks, into the Romans, the money, what happens is the money devalues of each empire, because they went from gold all the way down to now we at Mari clay. Yep. But then when it comes to the military gets stronger. It gets more advanced. Because when you conquer, you take on all those attributes and traits from the other empire. You see, the Greeks took down the Medo-Persians. So how did the Romans take down the Greeks if they took them 2 nations down because their militaries were mighty because of the iron. And obviously, and obviously because of prophecy.
Yeah.
You know. Go ahead.
And it says, and it had great iron teeth.
Right.
It devoured and brake in pieces. And stamped the residue with the feet of it.
See, it devoured and break in pieces and stamped the residue in the feet of it. Because you know what happened in the Roman Empire? If you had, just like now today with democracy, right? They were seeking out people who wanted to be amongst the Roman Empire as vassal states, as allies. And if you wasn't an ally, they would destroy your ass. You see? That's what the Roman Empire was doing. Just like now, if you don't want that central bank, you don't want to take this dollar, Gaddafi, Osama, Saddam, Mubarak in Egypt. See? The stamp and residue and destroy your ass. You ain't trying to take my ally? You don't want to take my dollar? You want to take my democracy? Well, that's the same thing the Roman Empire was doing with the vassal states. You know, the 10 wars, which is those different European nations.
Actually, they're saying if you don't want to be part of this democracy,
And now,
Murder, die.
Well, the Roman Empire was doing the same thing. So when it says break and stamp the residue, if you didn't want to be down with the Roman Empire and be in league with the Roman Empire, because they had their Latin and everything going all over the known earth at the time, the language and everything, they would destroy your ass, man. Go ahead.
it says, it devoured and brake in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it.
So it was diverse from all the beasts that was before it because they had something called a succession. Secession is if, like I have a son, if I'm a king, when I die or get old and sick, my son will take on the throne. He will get raised up and he'll take on the throne. It will be an inheritance. So this is the 2nd Maccabees, the 8th chapter.
I got it right here.
Yep.
So what they had was a system of, what do you call it? Voting.
Yeah. Well, it had transferred to a voting system. Because they said no crowns put upon their heads.
I got it real quick.
You got to go ahead.
This is 1 Maccabees 8:14.
Start from verse 1.
Okay, kind. 2 Maccabees 8:1, it says, now Judas had heard of the Romans, that they were mighty and valiant men.
See? Mighty, the Romans were mighty and valiant men. That was their military. Go ahead.
And such as would lovingly accept all that joined themselves unto them.
See, that's the same thing. They love you if you enjoy yourself at all. You know? But if you don't, they'll beat your motherfucking ass, stamp and residue your ass. Go ahead.
It says, and make a league of amity with all that came unto them.
See? Come on, is that not America all over again? You know, but this is the Roman Empire.
It says, and they were great men of valor. It was told him also of their wars and noble acts when they had done among the Galatians, and how they had conquered them and brought them under tribute.
Yep. And I'm sorry, you can finish that and then just jump to the point.
Okay, kind. Yep, under tribute. Now, right here at the point. Now this is verse 14, 1 Maccabees 8:14. Yet for all this, none of them wore a crown.
For all this, none of them wore a crown.
So they abolished the monarchs.
Monarchy.
And was clothed in purple to be magnified thereby.
Yep.
Moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house, wherein 320 men sat in council daily, consulting always for the people, to the end that they might be well ordered, and that they committed their government to one man every year.
That's it. That's the same setup as now. So that's the Roman Empire. That's what it means by it being diverse from all the other beasts. Okay?
Who ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation among them.
This is back in Daniel chapter 7. It devoured and break it in pieces and stamped the residue with the feet of it, and it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns.
Visigoths, Franks. Who else? It's 10.
Avengers. Grab the shine.
You gotta really look. It's the master switch.
Because they had an ancient name.
Let me keep going.
It says, and I considered the horns, and behold, there came up among them another little horn,
Which is America.
It says, before whom there were 3 of the first horns, plucked up by the roots.
The French, the Spanish, and the French, Spanish, and the British, because they had those wars. Because America came about out of that because they had to go to war with them to be released. They had to be released from their rulership, so to speak. So the French, the British, and the Spanish. Okay, that's what those wars was about. This is how 13 colonies came about, because that little horn is America came up out of all of that.
Really quick.
Go ahead.
This is Revelation chapter 13, verse 3. It says, and I saw one of the heads as it were wounded to death, and the wound was healed. And the world wondered after the beast. And they worshipped the dragon, which gave power to the beast. And they worshipped the beast, saying, who is like unto the beast, who is able to make war with him. So the Roman Empire came and fell, and that wound that it had was healed, and it came back as now the American Empire. And this is what's being described in Daniel the 7th chapter. And
So remember, it started off with the Roman Empire, but what happened at the end of it, that little horn came up.
Yep.
So this is us being in that last leg, so to speak.
Back in Daniel 7 and 8, I'm going to finish where I started. And pick up where I
Well, that
started.
does go. That's
Yeah. It says, and behold, in this, it says, and behold, in this horn were eyes like the eyes of a man.
yeah, which is the wisdom, all right, from and the scripture says like traffic. Ezekiel 28, they have gotten much riches without wisdom and traffic. So it's talking about the wisdom from this place, which goes into the sorcery and things of that nature. There's great wisdom, which brought from the prophet. The eyes of a man is talking about the wisdom of men. Go ahead.
And it says, and a mouth speaking great things.
Yep. Talk shit to any damn body. You know, perverseness. Ultimately against Yahweh Shabbat Shai, but amongst the nations.
So the mouths against the devil.
Yep. Pump. Go ahead.
Verse 9. It says, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the ancient of days did sit.
So you see how it ended off with that. But now the next verse to it is talking about the Lord coming with the crowns. This is the end all of it. It just told you the Roman Empire, then it went into America, right? And then it went into the end. If you can read the sequence of it, that's chronology. It's the sequence of it. It went down the line of the beasts, the different beasts that was going to come and go, come and go, come and go. Going back to what the brother just put. Now, verse 9 goes into the Lord coming with crowns. Because it's a representation of all the kingdoms is underneath underneath the authority of Yahweh. Okay? Go ahead.
It says, I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the ancient of days did sit,
Yeah, the kingdom was cast down. Go ahead.
whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool.
Yep.
His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire.
It's talking about his habitation is a fire and chariots. Imagine that. Go ahead.
Verse 10, a fiery stream issued and came forth from before him. Thousands ministered unto him, and 10,000 times 10,000 stood before him. The judgment was set, and the books were opened.
So it's 10,000 upon 10,000. Those are the angels. That's the round. Yes, that's the Lord of hosts, the Lord of armies. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
How many leads? I don't even want to be mad. Say how many leads?
Keep going.
It says, I beheld then, because of the voice of the great words which the horn spake, I beheld even till the beast was slain.
Yeah. The great, to the horn speak.
Yep, it's going to keep going. It says, and his body destroyed and given to the burning flame.
That's it. That's the end of it. So we at the end of it. Just gave you a chronological order of the. We only started with the Empire of Rome, and that's the last of it. And this is the revised Empire of Rome. That's why it says to give life into the image of the beast, of the first system that was set up. And this is the last of it. That's why we get. That's where the Karagma and the global Edomite dominance is trying to take over before the Lord gets
They
here.
say they're dominance.
Global dominance.
And this is just
And
another...
Esau's hegemony going down. The Roman Empire's hegemony is going down with this.
That's why it goes back to 2 Thessalonians 2. It says, for the mystery of iniquity though already worked, only he will now let you elect until you take it out of the way.
That's it.
So the Lord will take you out of power. So in your point in time to move.
That's Job. Here, I got a precept.
Esau's in the world.
This is Job 14. Job 14 and 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. It says, turn from him that he may rest till he shall accomplish as an hireling his day. So he's likened unto a hireling. He's hired for a certain a job. Okay. This is Revelation 19 and 20. Okay. And it reads, it says, and the beast was taken, and with him the false prophet that wrought miracles before him, with which he deceived them that had received the mark of the beast, right? The MOTB, and them that worship the image. Going back to, these both were cast alive into a lake of fire burning with brimstone. And that's just another piece of the puzzle on how America's going to be destroyed. You know, gave you the chronology, the books give you the chronology, and it gives you the ultimate end, the end game, which is fire, flames, fire. So 7 and 12, it says, as the rest of the beasts, they had their dominion taken away. All right? And so, yeah, their rulerships are done and over with. Okay? It says, yet their lives were prolonged for a season and time. I saw in the night visions, and behold, one like the Son of Man with the clouds of heaven, and came to the Ancient of Days, and they brought him near before him.
Yeah, that's your other side.
Yep. And there was given him dominion.
Ain't no Trinity. He said that he came to the Ancient of Days.
They brought him to him. Right? It says, it's like it says, and there was given him dominion and glory and a kingdom that all people, nations, and languages should serve him. Right? His dominion is an everlasting dominion.
Wait a minute, wasn't Solomon told that? Solomon was told the same thing. See? So that's Yahushua. Solomon was Yahushua. Nobody was told that they was going to have an everlasting kingdom.
It says, which shall not pass away, and his kingdom that which shall not be destroyed.
So hey, so what's that talking about? You know, vocab. What's that talking about? Vocab. That right there is reincarnation. That's Solomon. Solomon was the only one told that. But then it just said the Son of Man in this one.
Everybody knows.
Hey, I got you. This is Daniel. Yeah, because Yahushua is the main reason why this book is open. Read. This is Daniel 12 and 4. It says, "But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book, even to the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased." Okay? And this is the time of the end. All right? And knowledge, and people are running to and fro, and knowledge is increased. Okay? Especially the knowledge of in the mystery within this, which is being withheld in this Bible. You know? So verse 5, it says, "Then I, Daniel, looked, and behold, there stood other two, the one on this side of the bank of the river, and the other on that side of the bank of the river. And one said to the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, How long shall it be to the end of these wonders? And I heard the man clothed in linen, which was upon the waters of the river, when he held up his right hand and his left hand unto heaven, and swear by him that liveth forever, that it shall be for a time, times and a half. And when he shall have accomplished to scatter the power of the holy people, all these things shall be finished.
That's it.
This is Revelation chapter 5, verse 5 says, "And one of the elders said unto me, Weep not. Behold, the Lion of the tribe of Judah, the root of David, hath prevailed to open the book."
Yahweh's sacrifice is why we have that understanding now. Because that's what he said, that I will not leave you comfortless. He was going to bring us the Holy Spirit, which is the understanding of the scripture. Then he breathed upon it that they may understand the scripture. So that's why we know what we know through the Holy Spirit. That's why we can go into this book and break it down, beginning with the Apostle Great Wilson and their elders and their teachers, all the way until now, 2023, when the books is open. You see? So that's why we know these things. Okay?
This is "And to loose the seven seals thereof."
This is Amos chapter 3, verse 7. "Surely the Lord power will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants, the prophets."
That's the books is open now. The understanding of the passages, the scriptures. You see? So we at the end. We're going to finish off with Thessalonians. We're going to close out. You got something? 34.
All right, this back in 2 Thessalonians 2.
Go ahead. Finish off with this.
This is back in 2 Thessalonians 2. I'm going to start at 7. It says, "For the mystery of iniquity doth already work. Only he who now letteth will let until be taken out of the way.
Yep. We're going to get taken out. Go ahead.
And then shall that wicked be revealed."
The wicked is the Esau, the so-called white man. He was wicked. He's been revealed on who he is. Alright? Go ahead.
Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
And he's been consumed by the fire, by the words of the prophets. Man. You see? He said, burn these people as wood. Through the Holy Spirit. It says, so you're being consumed on all sides. We have burned some stone. You see?
Yeah, because he tried to play it off as though we don't show the world our father witchcraft box. But it's being revealed that you are the reason why all this stuff is out of order.
You the dog, motherfucker. Go ahead.
It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
Go ahead.
And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
And guess what? Yahweh's going to come and destroy with the brightness of his coming. By the way, they're coming with missiles and angels. During World War III.
It says,
The war to end all wars, man. Go ahead.
it says, even him woes coming is after the working of Satan,
Yep.
with all power and signs and lying wonders.
Yeah, so it's telling you that the wicked is powered up by the spiritual demon Satan. So Esau, the so-called white man, is powered up by the spiritual demon Satan. You know, they have conversations.
Yeah.
You know, they still on the left-hand side. He's the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. Go ahead.
It says, and with all deceitfulness
Yep.
of unrighteousness.
It's sorcery, it's witchcraft, it's false sense of life. You see? Yeah. This new style of life, it's gonna deceive the people. The new way of life, Arthur Carver, you can live forever. Which you can technically do under Yahweh Mashim Al Shah. You will live forever if you're an Israelite. You know. But not through Esau's technology. It's a false way of science. See, Yahweh Shai healed the sick, he healed the blind, and healed the lame. Well, Esau's going to do that by the way of the body without nature. I put the implant in you, and you can see again. You know, put the implant in that now you used to be a mute. You can be able to speak in your mind to a computer, and words will come out. That's the false deceivableness.
Yep. It says, and with all
Paraplegics, like it. Now the apostles, they had the power through the Holy Spirit in the name of Yahweh Shai to make the man walk at the beautiful gate. The landman that walked. Well, Esau is doing that by the way of the incision. You see? You see how it's going back and forth, but that's powered up by Satan.
Chips.
That's not. It's a false miracle. AI.
That's shit.
Go ahead.
It says, and with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. And for this cause the Most High shall send them strong delusion.
A lot of people fucked up out here. Lord wanted to be fucked up. He wanted to put a covering over their eyes. That's their strong delusion, and they're going to believe in this system. And if you believe in this system, this image, or take his mark, that's going to be the devil.
And they should believe a lie.
Believe a lie. That's it. So with that, that's something?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, this is second Ezra 7 and 30, real quick. Just run down everything. It says, verse 30 says, and the world shall be turned into old silence 7 days, like as in former judgments, so that no man shall remain.
Yeah, that's going back into the ancient world. 7 days where they didn't have the truth. 7 days completion. Go ahead.
It says, after 7 days, the world that yet awaketh not shall be raised up.
And this is that world right now. The Israelites have been woken up, beginning with the hopeful elect and prophets.
It says, and that shall die that is corrupt, and the earth shall restore those that are asleep in her, and so shall the dust those that dwell in silence, and the secret places shall deliver those souls that were committed unto them, and the Most High shall appear upon the seat of judgment.
Yeah, because the coming of Yahweh Shai, death is going to be raised, you know, death is going to be done away with.
Revelation 21 and 4.
And misery shall pass away, and the long suffering shall have an end.
Yeah, this is the true new covenant. This is the promise that was given themselves. Alright? We ain't there yet. Because the bride has not gotten married to the bridegroom.
Right.
And that's that covenant. That's that contract. That's that agreement. When we enter into the chamber, it's just like the marriage chamber. When we come out with that new contract.
Right.
That husband and wife contract with Yahweh Shai. You know? Go ahead.
It says, but judgment only shall remain, truth shall stand, and faith shall wax strong, and the work shall follow, and the reward shall be shewed, and the good deed shall be of force, and wicked deeds shall bear no rule.
So we're coming up into a whole new
Era.
Age. A whole new authority. See?
Yep. Real
So with that, we'd like to give all glory, honor, praises.
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. Ba, ba, ba.
Shalom.